This was cut from one of the beams in the wreckage of one of the towers. So my first guitar, you can see I'm beyond the point of no return.
So we like to play a game here. It's called Rock and Tell. It's essentially show and tell with rock memorabilia. Are you up for a little game of Rock and Tell?
Sure.
All right, what do you got? What can we geek out on?
Well, I have three things. I'm trying to. This is the dearest to my heart. When the 9/11 attacks happened, we started up a foundation. Kevin Cronin from REO and I were going, what can we do? And we said, well, let's get our bands together and raise some money. And we found out the Port Authority Police Department, who was headquartered in one of the towers, they weren't getting, you didn't hear about them. Mm-hmm. And so we had friends who knew them, and we hooked up, and we wound up having these two concerts and raised $750,000 for them. And I got to be really good friends with George Lawrence, who was the head of the Port Authority Police Department at the time. We're still friends. We will always be. I got to hand him that check down there at Ground Zero. And a few weeks later, he gave me this. This was cut from one of the beams in the wreckage of one of the towers.
Wow.
This thing has got some mojo to it.
Hold that up for us a little bit more. Wow. It's solid. I mean, it just shows the strength and how strong that building was and what it took to tear that down.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. That's beautiful. That is a really beautiful relic that you have there.
It means a lot to me. All right, you ready for the second one?
Always. We're playing Rock and Tell with Tommy Shaw of Styx. We're in his home studio right now. Item number 2. All
right, so if I get up, I'm gonna give away number 3. So.
Shall we look away? Here, wait. I'm going to change the view, and it's going to go straight to me, so you can move, and they won't see. Okay.
See, this is my first guitar that I got for my 10th birthday.
Wow.
$35 Marco Polo, original strings, and I thought that I'd carve this, but the band I was in the 7th grade, it was called the Vagabonds. And the bands back then, you'd always have a slogan with your name. And ours was Vagabonds, Band of the South. And so I wrote it in magic marker on the back of the guitar. I don't know if you can see it.
Vagabond Bands of the South. Now, so you got that when you were 10 years old, you said?
Got it for my 10th birthday. And somewhere in the next couple of years, I took it to school one time, to the school cafeteria. And I don't know if you ever remember a cartoon called El Kabong. El Kabong was the superhero, and his weapon was a guitar. He would hit people with his guitar. El Kabong. Well, I did it with this, and I broke you see right there with it.
Yeah. Now wait, sit down, because I'm losing your face, and I want to get. Yeah, there we go. Have you ever brought this into the recording studio with you? Has this been used on any albums, or is this?
Well, it's kind of
not worthy.
It needs to go to a luthier, because you can't tune it up, because the neck would just come off of it.
Right.
And I should take it in now. They can put it back together and put some new strings on it. But yeah, there it is.
Beautiful. And I got a question about. So you got that when you were 10 years old. You had a band in the 7th grade. When do you consider yourself? When did you get good? Like how long before you were like, okay, I have a knack for this?
Let's see, I was in the 6th grade, and my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Louise B. Hinton, she really took a liking to me, and she said, bring your guitar to school. So at that point, I had an electric Silvertone guitar from Sears with the amplifier built in the case. So I walked to school with that thing, opened it up, and I played for her classroom, like a Beatles song or something.
Yeah.
And so other teachers heard about it, and so they asked Mrs. Hinton if she could send me over to their classroom. So I started working the classrooms and getting out of
You were on the classroom circuit.
I was on the classroom circuit, and at one point my mother got me and this little trio that I had, 2 other guitar players, onto local morning show in Montgomery, Alabama called the Bob Harmon Morning Show. And we played Pretty Woman, and I dedicated it to my 6th grade teacher.
Oh, hot for teacher, Van Halen.
She was really sweet.
So if someone at home right now watching, by the way, we are at home and social with Tommy Shaw of Styx. If someone is sitting at home and they're thinking, hey, it's quarantine time, I'm going to hand a guitar to my kid. What are some songs that you recommend as easy beginner songs for a kid? You know, you said Pretty Woman, you mentioned the Beatles. What do you have in mind?
Songs, I mean, you can go very easy. That song, Gloria, if you can play the 3 chords, E, D, A, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Just play those 3 chords all day long, and you can do MGlory is a great song.
It is, and it turns out simple. All right, so we are doing Rock and Tell. We've seen 2 items. Give me numero 3.
All right, I'm gonna show you this picture. Can you figure out what that is?
Oh my God. Okay, so there's a guitar. Is there a mask on someone's face? Are they upside down? Am I looking at it upside down?
No, that's me. And you see that rail?
Yeah.
Hand on. That's to keep us from falling down about 18 feet to the floor below at this club in Chicago called the Rush Up.
Okay.
And it was nights we would play five sets sometimes. And this particular night, people were sending up shots. And my big finale was The Thrill Is Gone. It was kind of like the Renegade.
Okay.
And I would go kind of bananas on stage, and I would rush this pole, and I would scare the hell out of everybody. But I knew where my point of balance was. On this night, after all those shots, you can see I'm beyond the point of no return.
Yeah. Bad news happened in the next frame, I'm imagining.
What's funny now, because the lead singer went over and took a picture thinking, boy, this is going to be interesting tonight. He wanted to get a picture of me going off the rail. But if you look at my left hand, I'm still playing the C chord from the song. So anyway, but do you notice those shoes?
Oh yeah, those are some good heels you got on there, man.
All right, so here's the third thing.
Okay. Oh my God, wait, get them into frame.
I can get them both in there without falling off the stool.
Oh God.
There they are.
There we are. You know a good cobbler. You've kept those in good condition.
That's the first time I put them on here. And listen to them when I walk on the floor. They're like tap shoes.
Oh my goodness.
But I didn't die, thank God.
Yeah, thank God indeed. So how hard is it? I mean, obviously, that's a crazy old epic photo, and you happen to still have the shoes. You hold on to memorabilia and keepsakes. You're a bit of a hoarder?
Not really. I'm a bit of a just leave it behind and don't look back. Somehow people will wind up, you left this in Michigan, or hey, would you want this back? I've been just the opposite. I've just kind of picked up and I'm out of here, and I have left a lot of stuff behind. So I really don't. I'm missing a whole lot of memorabilia from my life, but that's just how I rolled.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today, Tommy. Truly, it's nice to get to know people in such a personal environment, such as their home. So thank you for sharing that with us.
It was a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey there, thanks for watching Access TV. Subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know, just let us know what your favorite Access